Fine. So here I've shared the topics that was covered after Cat 1. So these are the topics. Les jours de la semaine, the days of the week. Les mois, the months of the year. Les nombres, the numbers. L'heure is the time chapter, right? And the remaining four are the grammar topics explained. Les adjectifs qualificatifs, which is the qualifying, describing adjectives, which like the colors, nationalities, and the other words. Then les adjectifs possessive is the possessive adjectives like mon, ma, me, ton, ta, te, the table. And then les adjectifs demonstrative is the this, that forms ce, cette, right? Ces form, and les adjectives interrogative are the different forms of quel, which, right? So these are the topics covered, and of course you need to learn the cat 1 syllabus also, because without the verbs, the articles, the nouns that you've already learned, we can't continue further. So you need to remember all those also. Fine. Now let me just show you the pattern of exercises that you may get for your exam. So here it is. So this is an exercise which was already discussed in class. I had given the answers also. So I had explained it sentence by sentence, and I had given the answers. So you can just have a look at it. So let me just put it in a simple sentence that you just have to fill up the blank with the correct form of adjective. Complete by agreeing the adjective within brackets. So within brackets, they're all in the masculine form. By default, always the masculine form will be mentioned. You got to make it feminine singular or feminine plural or masculine singular or masculine plural as per the need of the sentence of the noun. So I'm not going to give the answers for this. Now, as it was already discussed, let me come to the next one, where compléter en accordant l'adjectif. Elle aime les maisons. So this exercise is similar to the previous one. So let me give the answers for this. Elle aime les maisons. So you need to identify the noun, which is maison, and it's feminine plural. So it's going to be, I'll change it to feminine plural. Elle aime les vieilles maisons. She loves the old houses. Les voitures is also feminine. So it will be, the feminine form of go will be belle. Les belles voitures. Les piscines is also feminine plural. So I'm just going to make it grande. Grande becomes grande. Yes. And so piscine is a swimming pool. Fine. And then we have les films bizarre. Bizarre. It's a word which ends with E already, so not much change with the feminine form, so it will be the same. But here it's describing the word les film, which is masculine plural. So I'm just going to simply add a S and make les films bizarre. La peinture originale. Peinture is feminine, so original with E. Il aime les bouteilles. Bouteille is a feminine word, so I'll change it to feminine, and since it's plural, I'll add a S. Il aime les bonnes bouteilles. L'objet here, yes, since its objet is masculine, I'm not going to change the adjective, it will be the same. Then les villes. Wheel is feminine plural, so I'll make it feminine and add a S and make it plural. Les petites villes. So all this can be done easily only if you have the complete notes of converting the gender, the adjective from one gender to the other is. It will be easy reference to you. So make sure you have it with you in your hand, right? And then the next word is la fête amusant. La fête is again a feminine word. So I'll add a e and make it feminine. La fête amusante. Les jolies femmes. Femme is also feminine plural. So es. Les jolies femmes. So you can see that here, without even knowing the meaning of the words, I can simply apply the rules if I know to identify the gender of each word. Any doubt here? Is there anything that you don't understand? Leave away the meaning, the other rules. Shall I proceed further? I'm waiting for one of your response.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first two are about the qualifying adjectives. And another important point is you should be able to identify the noun, which is the noun. If you are not able to identify the noun, then obviously you can't complete it. Okay? Nouns are the words, the naming words, right? Okay, now here is an exercise like compléter avec l'adjectif possessive, complete with possessive adjective. The possessive adjectives are mentioned within bracket in English. You need to write the correct form and fill up. So say oncle, uncle, my uncle. So uncle is masculine, so I'll use the noun form. Grand-parent. So son grand-parent, their. So their form is leur. Since it's grand-parent plural, I'll add a s. Leur grand-parent. Say cousine. Cousine is feminine, right? Cousine is cousin. Cousine is a female cousin here since it's ending with e. So our form is notre. You can see that notre it's spelled the same way for both the genders, masculine and feminine. It's the same spelling. Yes. So it's our cousin. It's your son-in-law, Bofi's son-in-law. So son-in-law is masculine. So I'll choose the masculine form, Tom. And since you have the formal and informal form of your, so obviously we'll have two answers possible, which is also votre. Tom and water, the formal or the informal form. Both answers are right here. Only if this particular sentence is fixed in a passage or a dialogue, you need to identify the relationship and then choose among between to and votre. Right here it's just an independent sentence without any context. It's simply it's your son-in-law, so it can be either ton bofis or votre bofis.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, like in exam, like do we have to choose or like we can write any of one? Like suppose if it's the basic form.
The like the one that I did now.
Yes, ma'am.
You can give one of the answers.
Sure. Okay.
And the last one is say his form. Enfant is child, which is given, which is a masculine word. So the masculine form of his is son. Say son enfant. Is it clear? Any doubt here with this particular exercise? Fine.
No, ma'am.
So the following exercise is you got to pick up the right one. Choisissez la bonne réponse. Choose the best answer. Choisissez. Choose. So there are three options for each sentence. Je veux inviter fille. So fille is a noun, right? Obviously the word after the fill in the blanks will be the noun. Fee is feminine, so I'll look for one of the feminine forms, which is simply ma. Right? So je veux inviter ma fille. So in some cases, you need to identify the meaning. Let's see the next sentence. Vous payez avec carte. Vous payez avec carte. Carte is a feminine word. So when you come to the options, you have two options which may suit the sentence. Ta is also feminine form and votre is also the feminine form. So now between these two, I got to pick up one. For that, I'll read the sentence again. Vous payez, vous. This, it's vous. So for vous, the corresponding form, possessive form is votre. So I'll go with that option. Vous payez avec votre carte. Had the sentence begin with tu, if it's tu, then the answer would be ta. Right? The third sentence, ma sœur est contente de, ma sœur est contente de Asha. Asha here is plural. Asha. Right? So for plural, among these three options, I've got only one plural form. So I'll just pick up that plural form, which is a say. The other two are singular. So the meaning is not necessary in this case. Okay. So ma sœur est contente de ses achats. Elle, the next one, elle fait étude. The word is étude. Étude is again plural. So the plural option, you have two options. So which one do I choose? Will it be learn or say? So I'll read the sentence again. I'll identify the subject. Elle fait.
Ma'am,
Elle.
say.
Say.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's say. Good. Okay, what would be the next one? Les enfants montrent photo. So photo is again plural. So in the options, you got only one plural form. So I can blindly pick up one, the one which is plural. So the meaning is not even needed in this case. So you need to know the take the hint from the noun itself. Fine, just can do it as a smart work, or sometimes you need to identify the content and then pick up the right one. So it depends on the question.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, like in the last sentence that we did here, like
Hmm.
suppose if like there was another option that was plural,
Hmm.
like suppose there was no
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
no.
I got it. Yes.
So ma'am,
So
how
in
will we
that,
differentiate?
yeah, in that case, you read the sentence. It's les enfants, which is plural. The subject is plural. Les enfants, the kids, the children. So they are. Got it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So it happened with the second sentence also, where you had to go with the vous payez vous, the you plural form. That's why I picked up votre. So that's about the second type of adjective, which is possessive. Now let me take you to the following one, where compléter avec l'adjectif démonstratif. So first and foremost, you need to know what is demonstrative. So obviously in the exam it won't be mentioned. You need to recall and identify. So these are the words that you got to use to fill up the blank. Let's see. So go through the rules. So the first sentence, tu habites ton appartement. Appartement is masculine, and you can see it also begins with a vowel. So in this case, you can see the only option is set, which is used for all the masculine words beginning with H and vowels. The next one is maison, which is plural, so say. So this is even a very simple one. where you need to know just the number and gender of the noun. Sir Cartier. Cartier is masculine, so sir. So the meaning is not even needed in this case. Qu'est-ce que tu fais ce matin? Matin is masculine. Café is again masculine. J'ai un rendez-vous avec Raj dans ce café. Est-ce que tu es libre ce soir? So are you free? Are you free this evening? D'accord pour ce soir. Yeah, this fine, I'm fine. It's okay. Ce soir. Soir is masculine. J'aime vêtements. Vêtements is plural. Clothes. Magasin is again mentioned here in the plural form. C'est magasin. And the last one is obviously it's feminine, cette place. So you can just finish it in few minutes. Any questions here in this particular exercise? Any doubt? Fine then. So we'll proceed with the next one, which is similar to the one that we did right now. So weekend, sir weekend. Garçon, sir garçon. Magasin also would be sir magasin, enfants plural. So say, and regions IONS ending with ION. So it's feminine. That's all. Any questions in this?
Ma'am,
Espa, tell me. Shall we
on
proceed?
the question, ma'am,
Yeah.
one question, ma'am.
Yep.
Ma'am, the name of the adjective will be mentioned right on the question.
The name would be mentioned, not the content. This one, the one that I'm deleting right now, this won't be mentioned. You should know the content. You should know what is demonstrator, what is interrogative, all those. It's just four simple words, right? You need to remember. You should know which is possessive, all those. Fine.
Ma'am, no adjective would be mentioned like the one we did before
See, the
this.
name would be mentioned. L'adjectif démonstratif would be mentioned. The words under that, the content won't be mentioned. You need to identify which is demonstrative and then fill up the blank.
No, ma'am, the one we did before this, like that would be mentioned, right, ma'am?
Which one? This one. I didn't get you. Can you come again? What's it? So whatever you are seeing here in the Word document, uh, in the exam it would be the same as this. That's all. The next one is mete au pluriel. Mete au pluriel means put in plural. So this is one that we have already done, that you have already done during Cat 1. Here a few more components are included. Since you have learned some adjectives, those words are included in the sentences. Yes, so you're going to make it plural wherever possible. So let me just put the answer here. Le salon est grand becomes les salons sont grands. Le plombier porte une chemise rouge becomes les plombiers porte. It's a verb, so it changes according to the subject. It changes to plural. Les plombiers portent des chemises rouges. So, ils Pas. So take care of the verbs which change, okay? Safi. CTT becomes CS. Om becomes may. On becomes on the S. Abit would be a verb, so I change it to plural as well as per the subject. And a is a preposition, no change, so a took you. Comes new song. I am. New song is we are. It's from the verb être, and the noun also changes to plural, taking s. That's all. Any question here? I'll pause for a while. Just go through the sentences, and if you have any doubts, you can ask. Fine, so no doubt. So let me proceed with the next one, where you got to make it feminine. Mettez les phrases suivantes au féminin. Put the following sentences to the feminine form. Feminine form. So feminine. What would be the feminine of il est canadien? Il is he, and its feminine is she. And for he and she, the verb form is almost same. You would have seen it in the conjugation of verbs. So he is becomes she is, and Canadian is a nationality, which is also an adjective. So it ends with en. I'll make it enne. That's all. The garçon brun becomes it's a little brunette boy. It's a little brunette. Brun refers to the color of the hair. So when you call someone brunette, yes, it means the person has got brown hair, right? So brunette. So here brun refers to brunette. C'est un petit garçon. Small boy changes to small girl. So for that, the article will change, the adjective will change. Une petite fille, brown will take a E. C'est une petite fille brune. Il est grand, becomes elle est grande. Il est très intelligent becomes elle est très intelligente. The E. Becomes elle électricienne, ENNE. Profession. See, profession, certain professions also has got gender. So for that, I want you to refer to the vocabulary list which is given to you. In that you have a subheading of professions mentioned in both the masculine and the feminine form. So certain professions will have the feminine form as well. So you need to refer to it. Electricien ends with en, it changes to enne. So for doing this exercise, you need to be careful with the nationalities, the professions, and the adjectives, also the articles. In short, the entire sentence except the verb, because the verb will be almost the same in this case, because masculine feminine is only he and she. For he and she, the verb form is same. So verb will not change here, only the other forms will change. So you need to identify the verb and keep it as such. Un bon étudiant becomes une bonne étudiante. musicienne espagnole, espagnole, okay, espagnole, Spanish, a Spanish musician. Un acteur anglais, un acteur becomes une actrice anglaise, une actrice anglaise. Un vieux becomes une vieille. Chanteur, the feminine of chanteur is chanteuse. So I refer to the vocabulary in the list of professions. And then une jeune technicien. So ENN. So sometimes the nouns also are changing to feminine. Is there any doubt with this sentence of converting to feminine? So all this comes by practice. So that's why I had asked you to do the exercise in the previous class. So most of the questions, I don't know if you had tried it. I think now as I'm solving it, all your doubts would have been cleared for those who have already tried these worksheets. Any question here? Shall I proceed with the next one?
Proceed.
Okay, fine. And one point here, in this particular exercise, I think whatever we learned from day one of the French class is applied in this particular exercise. That's a unique point of this particular exercise, because from day one we've been learning about the gender, masculine, feminine, singular, plural, right? So we are applying everything here. So you need to remember the Cat 1 portions also. Learn the Cat 1 portions also. Fine. And this, the last simple one is, it's given in numbers. You got to write it in words. So, écrivez les nombres en toutes lettres. Écrivez les nombres en toutes lettres means write the numbers in words. Entirely in words, in letters. That's all. So how do I write it in words? So you know the numbers, you are not going to write 2, 8, 3, 1, 9, 2, all those. You are going to write the number names obviously. So 200, yes, 183 would be 80, 283. Third would be 182. So it's 92, you write it as 8012. Huh? And see the hyphens, I'm using it only for the 2-digit numbers. I don't put hyphen between 200 and all. I use hyphen only for 83 or 92. Right, and here it would be Seth meal 7,900. That's all. Seth meal, no song. No hyphens here, right? It's simply 900. It stops with 900. If there is any 50 or 66, any 2-digit number, I'll extend it further and write it with hyphen. So it would be the meal 2000. The meal 2018. So it will be this week. 18 is 500. 55. 555. So 55, 55 is 2-digit number, so I put a hyphen there. So please really be careful with the hyphens. Don't use it throughout the numbers. Obviously you convey a very wrong number when you're putting hyphen there. So be cautious with the hyphens. Is my point clear? So in the exam you'll be getting all 3-digit, 2-digit, 4. We'll stop with 4-digit numbers like this, 7,900. Like you'll be getting number names up to 4-digit numbers. So you should be able to write even a single digit, 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit numbers in words like this. So if you have written the numbers 1 to 100 in your notes, you can easily refer to it. And the following one is the same, but here it's about the time chapter. And you know the timing, you're going to start it with ile. It is ile, wither, ile wither, you write it as 30, 8 hours 30, or you write it as edemi. Since we have learnt 2 to 3 forms of conveying the time, you can just fix to. Here it would be ile this number, well, 20, 19 hours 20. The next one would be ile 4 hours. I will write it as 45, or I can write it as 3 quarters. I'm using ET only in 3 places. One is for half and quarter and 3 quarters. So remember all those, learn all those before the exams. You don't write and throughout the timings. You lose mark for that, 1 mark for if you use it wrongly. So here the next one, ile dizviter. It's 18 hours 50. Or you write it as the 19 hours less 10 minutes, less 10. Writing it as it is. I think this would be easier for you. Not much thinking. So these, it's 2 hours 10. Even if the timing is mentioned like let me put it as it's given like this. You will be writing it like ile trouser. It's 3 hours. Ile trouser. It's 3 hours 25. You got to mention whether it's du matin or du soir. Here it's PM, so evening, du soir. Il est 3h25 du soir. So the timing can be asked either the first as asked in the first 5 forms, or as in the last one. Or even this timing you can yourself convert it to AM PM and then write it. It's all the answers are right, your choice. Fine. I think you know the word for midnight, noon. Yes, learn all those content. That's it. Is there any other question here? I'll put as it's 9 hours. Yes, here the H is not mentioned, okay, but still you always in the timing you have to write. You have in French you got to express that word It's 9 hours. It's 9h. Il est 9h15. 9 quarter. Malathy. That's all. So any further questions? So that's it. So these are just a few types of questions that you may get. Sometimes even if the questions are slightly twisted here and there, you should be able to answer, okay? If in case if the title is completely new, obviously I'll give that in English within brackets. If it's going to be of the same pattern, it won't be mentioned, the question won't be mentioned in English. If the model is taken exactly from the one that I am discussing with you right now, the title will not be mentioned in English. You should know. It's simple, right? You can understand plural, feminine, adjective, demonstrative, possessive, all this.
Ma'am, on time, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what will happen if you directly write, ma'am, just time and the minutes directly, ma'am, without using just quarter or something else? Just if we directly mention the
Yeah.
hour.
You can write it directly or without mention. Or that's what I've taught you 2 to 3 forms. You can just follow one of that. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So here instead, as you asked, you can also write it as simply 15. 9 hours 15. Cans. That would also be right. And one general instruction, please, I think you have enough, you will have enough time. Use a dark pen, write clearly, scan it very, very clearly, properly, and then upload. Yes, you shouldn't lose mark because of your poor scanning. That's all. So that's all the instructions from my side. Anything else to be discussed?
Ma'am, when will the
And
marks
one
for
more
the
point is,
ma'am, when will be
what's
the
it called?
marks for recap be given, ma'am?
Okay, you have given your recap.
Yes,
You have
ma'am.
already finished. Huh? Okay, no, I haven't checked it. Let me see. We haven't received any mail regarding that. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And another general instruction is when you're getting exercises like fill in the blanks, I want you to write the sentence, entire sentence. If you feel that you don't have time to write the entire sentence, at least write the word, the noun along. Like, for example, you write this, cet appartement. That would be easier for us. You will make us happy when we are correcting your papers, and you know the result of happiness. Yes, so please be careful when you're answering the fill-ups. So as I said, if you don't have time to write the entire sentence, at least write the noun along the adjective along with the noun. Don't just write sir, said, say. That would be really irritating. So write it along with the noun at least, the one that I bolded. Okay, it's not just to this exercise. It applies even for the rest. Wherever you see fill in the blanks, you just write the entire sentence. Obviously, the sentences will be shorter. This particular exercise is a little lengthier because I am discussing it with you. So I'm here to help you. For you, you'll be getting shorter sentences. Any other question? Yeah. So all the best. We'll stop here. Do we have any other class after this? Today is Thursday, Saturday is Wednesday timetable. So we'll meet after Cat 2 then. Do your exams well. If you need further help, you can just mail me or you can call me and get your doubts cleared.